There's outrage in America at America's war on Afghanistan. Not outrage, you understand, at the loss of blood and treasure that it has cost. Outrage at Donald Trump secretly meeting a Taliban representative at Camp David to try and bring it to a close. This is America's longest war, and it's been at war almost since the foundation of the state. Longer than America's involvement in the First World War, the Second World War, and the Vietnam War, all put together. Now about to enter its 19th year. It has cost the lives of hundreds of thousands of people. Thousands of them British and American, by the way. It has cost over $1 trillion, and the medical cost of looking after the veterans of America's war on Afghanistan over the next 40 years will reach another $1 trillion. And absolutely nothing has been achieved. When Jack Straw, the British Foreign Secretary, told the House of Commons in January of 2002 that he expected British forces to be home by Christmas, I rose and said, "You will not be bringing your soldiers home 10 Christmases hence." He laughed. He invited the House to laugh with him. Oh, how they laughed. But nobody is laughing now. I underestimated the war in Afghanistan, which, if it isn't brought to a negotiated end, will last literally forever. If foreign forces continue to occupy Afghanistan, bomb it back to the Stone Age, it wasn't far developed from the Stone Age when they started, then nothing at all will change. You would have thought that Trump would gain some credit from the political process he started in Doha, in Qatar, to bring this war to an end. You'd think the Americans, at least the families of those killed, wounded, maimed, and psychologically damaged by it, would be grateful that the president was meeting with the Afghan Taliban to sign a peace deal in Camp David. Not a bit of it. Such outrage has been synthetically inflated. Trump's been forced to call off the ceremony, call off the negotiations over the death of one more American soldier in an attack in Kabul. I despised the medieval obscurantist Islamist fanatic Osama bin Laden. The difference between me and the British and American governments is that I despised them when they were giving him and his like guns and money to fight against the Soviet Red Army. The obscurantist was indeed once holed up in the Tora Bora. We know that because we were supporting him at the time. But it turns out that in the midst of this blizzard of bombardment to which we subjected one of the poorest countries in the world, bin Laden wasn't even there. He was living next door to a huge military base in Pakistan, one of America's closest political and military allies at the time. So we've punished the people of Afghanistan not once, but twice. We punished them by sending bin Laden and his fanatic extremists into Afghanistan in the first place. Then we punished them for the fact that he was there, even though actually he'd already left. All wars have to end sometime. Those that we're fighting with are the very people we have to negotiate with in order to bring wars to an end. The British Empire has fought many a leader of foreign forces, only later to invite them to tea with the Queen in Buckingham Palace. From Archbishop Makarios through Robert Mugabe, right up to the Irish Republican Army, jaw is better than war. And if you can sit down and sign a peace deal, it's usually the best idea. So, I don't often get to praise Donald Trump, but I am praising him if he's serious about ending the war in Afghanistan. And the Democrats and the media should be ashamed of trying to wreck it.